245 runs, or do they just want to survive those 222 balls? That will be enough for them to retain the trophy. Players taking their positions in the field. Wherever you are around Australia, around the world, it all comes down to this. Ishiguro, Shane Warne, it's just been amazing. We continue to say it. A huge thrill, a pleasure to watch these two teams go into battle. And this is the last stage, the last chapter.
Yeah, the final act coming right up. It all boils down to this final session. Cheteshwar Pujara, forget about the rock. He's been the fortress for India today. Nothing can get past him. But can Australia find something? Can they find something out of the wicket? Can they find something in their reserves to try and break this partnership and keep chipping away?
Yeah, g'day Gilly, g'day Isha, g'day everyone. I tell you what, if you're at work and you're the boss, send your employees home. Switch on Fox Sports and watch this cricket, because this is going to be thrilling. There's 22 overs left, plus a minimum of 15 overs in the last hour. So 37 overs of a minimum. India only need 145 to win. Australia needs 7 wickets in hand. And that man, Rishabh Pant, made 100 at the Oval in the 4th innings. He made 97 in Sydney at the last innings. And he could be the man that breaks the record and the hoodoo of the GABBA for Australia. It's all to play for. It's going to be a ripping contest. So if you're at work, go home. Let the boss, let your employees go home and watch this.
Yeah, and clear skies. All this threat and talk of rain, around 30 degrees, maybe hotter in the middle of the GABBA, but nothing on the way by way of weather. Here we go, Hazlewood to Pujara. A little indication there from Hazlewood, perhaps. Did he feel that there's a ball? Was it just angling in, or did he indicate perhaps a bit of reverse?
Yeah.
Probably the latter there, didn't he? He just gave a little gesture with his hand after that delivery.
Yeah, the shiny side was on the right side, so
yep,
definitely reverse.
I wonder if Pujara walked in at tea time and said, "Yo, Ravi!" rather than "Yo, Adrian."
Oh, yes!
Yeah, definite hints of in-swing, reverse swing. Not the traditional kind.
There's only 16 overs to go to that new ball too, which will be very, very important. Where's that shiny side? The left again.
On the right.
Right.
And it still went in. And the ball before was on the left and went in. No?
No. But both times on the right.
Right, okay. Left, okay. I mean, right. Just like when I was batting against reverse swing. I just played for an in-swing. In-swing, I was going to break my toe. I had no idea which way it was going.
Got us bamboozled up here, hasn't he? How Pujara's going.
Oh. Could you guys watch it? Could you see the shotty? Where is it this time? It doesn't really matter when it's halfway down. Setting him up for the big reverse tang. LBW or bowled.
There was a clear intent in that afternoon session from Pujara especially. You thought Shubman Gill would just keep playing his natural way, which was to be attacking, and what a knock it was. But Pujara came out the blocks and looked to score with intent. So at that stage you were thinking India were going for the total. They've picked up another couple, and you just wonder if they pick up a couple more, will India just look to shut up shop? Rahane also with plenty of intent when he came out to bat. Oh, wow.
Hello. Well, if you're trying to get the runs, you want Rishabh Pant out there. If you're trying to hang on, you want Pujara out there. So this partnership is pretty important.
They got the best of both worlds, haven't they?
Exactly.
Look at this, hits a crack and really deviates.
Oh.
They'll be hoping it just hits on the other side and does the same angle in.
This is about the time yesterday we saw India's fast bowlers start to see some action and the ball misbehave. Oh, that's a fast leg break.
The maiden to start the final session of the day in the series. India 3 for 183.
I'm still not picking it though, boys. No predictions here.
You dare not. Look like a fool in this series every time you make a prediction. Not you, all of us.
No, just Isha.
I think you'll find I usually sit on the fence and I hang back. But it has been one of those series. You just don't know which way it's going to go.
For Australia from the Home Screen, number 67, Nathan Lyon.
So Nathan Lyon, 398 test wickets. Gosh, it's been a tough road, a tough almost crawl through this series as he tries to get in on that 400.
And this battle again, Nathan Lyon to Rishabh Pant. Got after him at the SCG. Rishabh Pant, he took him on with those fielders back, playing on that ego.
Probably as much playing on his mindset and does he have the ability to resist his natural game? If Rishabh Pant bats through these overs, I suspect India win. If he's still there,
oh yeah,
and the last overs delivered, his natural game, even if he doesn't mean to, his natural game will see India across the line.
Yeah, just have a look at Nathan Lyon. We saw the ball misbehave for Hazelwood. That was the wicket to Gill there. Look at this, lands in the same spot, exactly the same. That's what Nathan Lyon will be looking for, that little misbehaving. That when he bowls outside the off stump there is plenty there for him. Obviously to the right-hander, there's stuff there.
Yeah, it was probably just a fraction shorter, wasn't it? But it was the same line, and these cracks are running almost all the way down.
Yeah, not much shorter. It was pretty similar delivery.
Yeah. Yep.
Shows you that natural variation on day 5.
Down, Matty. Come on, Gazza.
There's still 35 overs left today. Look at that. There's plenty of rough there for the left hand and not easy out of there. Dump it in there with plenty of energy on the ball.
Oh, beautifully bowled, Nathan.
3 for 183. Not the usual time of year for Brisbane to host the Test match. Showing the beautiful Brisbane skyline. The suburb of Woolloongabba. The Brisbane Cricket Ground.
Great spot to play.
This is an outstanding duel here, isn't it? I guess you naturally think of the duel between Cummins and Pujara, but if you bat long enough, you're probably going to have a significant duel with every bowler. And he's batted for over 4 hours today, Pujara. Hazelwood hit him in the helmet and snarled at him, and Pujara just stared him out.
encouraging for sure. Extra bounce. It's been outside the off stump though. What we saw yesterday afternoon was those deliveries on the body of the Australians. The one that just reared back against Tim Payne, Steve Smith as well.
Discomfort continues for Pujara, taking his bottom hand off the bat. He's been hitting the ribs as well. It was Josh Hazlewood who was steaming in off his long run in the session between lunch and tea. Did you see that one was the comment, the previous delivery that Hazlewood attempted to bowl. About halfway through his run-up, Pujara pulled away because a butterfly flew across the pitch. Absolutely quite within his rights to do that. Hazlewood, you can see, pretty disappointed, put in the effort of running down there, the long glare. And that follow-up delivery was the one that cannoned into the helmet of Pujara. But I tell you what, they've tried everything and they cannot remove him.
Yes. Brilliant, lads. Brilliant here, come on. Push here, lads. Late on day 5. The wicket's going to start talking here. Come on. Late on day 5, lads. We're going to wait here. Wicket's going to go here, lads. Wicket's going to play tricks here. Come on. Get the wicket here. Wicket for Pooja. Get another little spinner here. Spinner, get some glove here. Come on. Oh, geez,
That's 3 maidens in a row from the Australians. 3 for 183.
85% chance of a wicket.
Is that the
3
stat?
maidens, that's the stat, yep. 85% chance of a wicket when you get 3 maidens in a row.
Is that your own personal research?
No, not mine. I wish I could claim it. John Buchanan, that one. That was a John Buchanan special. I think it was John Buchanan. If it wasn't him, it was Les Stillman.
Talking of percentages.
Coach of Victoria. 76% chance to draw.
That percentage to win though for India going to 9%. It was 1% just before the lunch break. So that afternoon session and the way India played have just got themselves into a position where they feel like they can go for the runs, but 3 maidens in a row.
Oh, guys.
Once every 11 tests, basically, you win. 1 in 11 tests, you win.
Come on, Gary. Big business, Cody.
Some protection there. Interesting Nathan Lyon. This is his first bowl from the Vulture Street end in the match. Obviously the second over of this spell.
I wonder if that's because of the punt effect. The shorter side of the ground on the offside, the longer side on the leg side.
Yeah, this is a nice end to bowl from too.
Was that a chance? If it was a hot one. I'm not sure whether it went into the hands of Matt Wade or hit his body. short.
With any of those ones, you wanted to hit your boot or leg and just go up in the air.
Door. Yeah, Harry. Good work, Jace.
I've never fielded in that position. I don't know. Could you stay low so that your hands remain down closer to the grass? Was he up high?
Yeah, the key is to try and stay as low as possible. But when you're about 1.5 meters away from the bat when they smash it, it's pretty hard. Just natural instincts come up.
Ball, Gary.
David Boone's the best I've ever seen in there. He was unbelievable in there. He had a lot of courage too. Just 1 run in 4 overs. It's 3 for 184. Imagine that bat pad. Matthew Wade's been there for a while. And think of the last test in Sydney too, 130 odd overs. Imagine feeling there when Richard Park was going berserk in Sydney. That bat speed. Haven't seen much of Cameron Green at all today. He only bowled 3 overs and not 1 over from Marnus Labuschagne, which is a little surprising. There's only 13 overs in new ball. Maybe you might see Marnus bowl an over or 2 now leading up to the new ball. I would like to have seen just a little bit of Marnus Labuschagne at the Gabba. Over the wrist spin, getting a lot of bounce. This is Hazelwood's 17th this innings.
You mentioned Warner's just been 1 run in the first 4 overs of this session. Pressure build up, first delivery for Rishabh Pant against Hazelwood.
There's been much intent shown, has there now?
No, I just,
since tea.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just trying to get themselves back in again, see what the pitch is doing, whether it has worn off, whether it will play tricks, and then maybe reassess again.
Yeah, or just get themselves in a position where if these two can bat another 10, 15 overs, and suddenly it's very hard to take 7 wickets in 20 overs.
They can't lose.
Then when they think, well, it's going to be pretty hard to lose from here, we might have a little dash, and if we lose a wicket, we just shut up shop. When you think of T20 cricket, if they get another 20 runs, 25 runs in the next 15, 20 overs, there's something they only need 120 off 20 odd overs. I know it's a bit different with the field restrictions where you can put a few more people back, but that's what they might try and do. Spack themselves that last 20 overs to get 100 runs with 7 wickets in hand.
They might be pretty happy with a draw as well.
Yeah, could do, yeah. They might just block it out.
It's theirs to choose. Takes it on. There is man out there, but it's pretty well controlled along the ground.
I think you make a good point there, Ronnie, about T20 cricket and just how batters assess things in the 4th innings these days. That they just, because they know they can make up the runs and they can attack, they almost don't fear it as much, being able to go for a score when it's 6s, 7s.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe they need 4 runs and over. 4 runs and over is nothing to the modern cricketer when they can score 10s and 11s in T20. 12s is never out of the question. Sure, it's not a day 5 pitch, and sure, there's different field restrictions, but I still think they'll fancy their chances.
You just think back to that Headingley knock, and Gilly, I know you were speaking the other day about that reverse sweep from Ben Stokes out of the rough from Nathan Lyon. And
well, they're used to it now. That's what they do, don't they, in T20 cricket? There's more shots now. When you used to see, 280, 300, no one would even think about trying to get that in the last day. You're just trying to hang in there. We saw it. We've got a sample size of the last Test match in Sydney. They chased 400 and it was on. This is on still too. This is on big time. I think the Australians have bowled really well though today. I don't think they've bowled... well, I don't think they've bowled badly. I don't think Lyon's been at his absolute best in the first session, but I think he bowled better since lunch. Mitchell Stark's been about the only bowler that's been down. He's been belted around today. He went, what's he gone? 62 off 12 overs. He's about the only bowler that hasn't quite got it right today. And his last spell, 4 overs, none for 37. Hazelwood and Cummins have been outstanding.
That's 26 dot balls in a row for Cheteshwar Pujara to close out the over. 3 for 189.
The Basher. Looks like the Basher. I'm not sure what the correct name is. I think Howie had the correct name for it. What's it called? Howie had it today. He called
Stamper.
it. I can't remember what he called it. That's right. It's called the Tamper. I think the Basher sounds better.
I don't like that word tamper around.
Yeah, just use the word Basher. He's bashing down on the pitch.
It's like tectonic plates, isn't it?
Just looks like the whole pitch is moving.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Merv might have just rolled off the couch.
Well, I can understand why the quick bowlers landing in there. Spin bowling, did you find it ever an issue?
Only if you used to change your position on the crease a little bit and you used to just get on the angle of it and just sort of roll your foot into it and it'd be off-putting.
Yeah.
But you just go a bit either side of it. You know, it's there. So you don't make a big deal of it. You just go in closer to the stumps, you go a little bit wider, you go round, you just try different things. You just stay away from it. If you start worrying about it and going, oh, my footholes, you start to worry about things that aren't important.
Just the way that Rishabh Pant has played Nathan Lyon in the last couple of overs, I wonder if it's actually worth bringing the fielders up just to say, I know you really want to attack me, why don't you have a go?
Yeah, I can't. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 men on the fence.
He's just looked to play the defence.
Well, I think, you know, we've all played as a batsman, and I think you really got to earn that first one off the spinner. You sort of sit there and you want to have a go at the spinner, and it takes you a bit of time to earn that first one. But if you do try and have a big smack over the top, you're just a little bit worried. But once you get 1 or 2 away, that's when you start to feel confident with it. So you've got to make them earn that first one. So, yeah, I'm very surprised that he's got 4 or 5 men back all over the fence. Deep mid off, deep mid on, deep point, deep square leg. You can see 2 out the fence on the right-hand side, 2 out on the fence on the left-hand side of the wicket. And he's just blocking. No bat pad. Yeah, very strange tactics again from the Aussies. Remember, they have to win Australia. India, a draw is as good as a win for them.
Revving it, Gary. Keep revving it, Gary. Ball, mate. Well, ball, mate. Ready?
Labuschagne, try him. See if the wrist spinner can dump it into that. There we go. 1 ball to go, so they bring up 1 fielder. Is that how it works?
Oh, that is the opportunity. It's gone begging. Rishabh Pant took the bait.
Well, 1 fielder was enough in the end. He did decide to go for it. 3 for 193.
Turn and bounce, but Tim Paine will be disappointed. They set the trap. Just held back a fraction from Nathan Lyon. From up above. This is, of course, with mid-on and mid-off back. Every delivery. Didn't really look interested, Rishabh Pant. Happy to let it go by and defend. Then the fielder comes up. Tries to go big.
Opportunity.
Just watching that replay there was some bounce and turn that probably caught Tim Paine by surprise. Just wonder whether if he was able to glove it, whether he would have got back to the stumps in time. Back live.
That just took one fielder, so we're just talking about a hole over. Bring the field up, he might have a go. One fielder up, and he had a go. And the opportunity missed. Tim Paine misses it. Yeah, bounced a bit, but he should have still got something on it.
I think the fact that suddenly Rishabh Pant danced down caught his attention more than the ball, but it's good bounce. If he takes that, I reckon he would have been doing very well to get it back to the stumps by the time Pant got his bat down. And we'll never know. We're speculating that he was down as a chance.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I do think that's what caught Payne's attention there, is the fact that suddenly Rishabh Pant went for it after looking so sedate and staying in his crease.
Yeah, and this is why it's also very tough for a wicketkeeper to be captain, because you're worrying about the bowlers, the fields, and all that sort of stuff. And in the last day, when it's spinning and bouncing, you've got so many things in your head. I don't think there's any doubt that Tim Paine's the best keeper in Australia. But we've just seen the last 2 test matches when the game's in the balance and he's got so much in his head. That's why I think they make good deputies. It's very hard to be captain and a wicketkeeper. So much going on.
Ooh, looked like he was tempted there. Yeah, Warnie, there is a lot going on. There's no doubt about it, and I can only speak from personal experience. I really enjoyed the role of being vice-captain. I never coveted the position of captain. It did turn and bounce, and that's what caught Tim Paine by surprise. But I guess as an off-spinner on a day 5 pitch, you've really got to be expecting there's no other way that ball can go unless it hits a crack and grubbers along the ground or deviates inwards. That's something you can't plan for. You train for that sort of dismissal, turn and bounce going away.
Not easy.
But back to the captaincy, I never coveted the position of captains and enjoyed being vice-captain, none the least. When it went wrong, it wasn't your responsibility. but I had the honour of doing it on, I think, about 6 occasions in Test cricket, and it is frightfully challenging work to be able to switch on and off and concentrate on every single facet. And Tim Paine, he's done an outstanding job, came in under extraordinary circumstances 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, look, I'm not having any sort of go at Tim Paine whatsoever. I'm just saying how difficult it is for a keeper to be captain. Wondering who's bowling, field positions, last day, spin and bounce. He's done a terrific job, but it's just hard work. And that's why traditionally keepers haven't been captains. They've always been a good deputy because they can see angles, they get a great view of everything. That's why they make very good deputies, but it's very hard to be a captain, and he's done an excellent job.
Did you find it affected your keeping?
I think back mainly to a series in India where I captained for 3 of the test matches. Yeah, there was probably moments where I misgloved one or might have missed an opportunity where other things were on my mind. Well done, Rishabh Pant. He survives another trying over from Hazlewood. Seems to be expecting more from the wicket, the big fella. 3 for 194. Yeah, I think any time that and there were numerous times where I dropped the catch or missed a stumping, if I ever asked myself, was I concentrating 100% before that happened? I couldn't really ever say yes. Whether I was captain or vice-captain or just a player in the team, it's very rare that you could say, yep, I was 100% on there. Something took my mind to some other place. I don't think all keepers need to be pigeonholed and they can't captain, but I do agree, Warnie, it is a very challenging position to take on so many aspects and facets of the game and do it with 100% perfection. Well, you're never going to be perfect, are you? But no. Tim Paine has done a wonderful job for a number of years. There's been some signs in the last couple of games where
bloody tough.
It seems he's had a lot on his mind and hasn't quite lived up to the standard that he's set.
It's just bloody tough. He's done a terrific job, but it's very, very hard. And if you look through the history of the game, there hasn't been too many keepers for Australia that have been captain.
Oh, the little sneaky back flick there from Wade.
And it's nice to see that Nathan Lyon has started this over with a bat pad on the offside for the first time on the day 5. And the first ball, he ran down and patted it away. Suddenly, immediate impact.
Oh.
Let's watch this, the first ball of the over with that bat pad on the offside. Look at the difference straight away, the way Pujara's playing that. So it's a nice line from Nathan Lyon, and that bat pad's made a big difference straight away.
Here we go then. What field is he setting?
Oh, he's got him back again. Oh, that's disappointing, isn't it? That's so disappointing.
Out. Ball. Ball, guys.
Why would you push him back again once you've just had them stumping?
He's bringing him up.
Here we go. What's this? Mid on. Bring mid off up as well. I'd love to see him bring both up. I don't think he's going to run down now with just a 1 up after what happened the last over.
Yeah.
But maybe he might if you bring both up.
And put a bat pad in.
And put a bat pad in or something and give him a bit of pressure. At the moment, he can just play any defensive shot he wants. And with no real threat of a bat pad, he can just push forward. Hit that one over the ground for 6. Oh.
Maybe Marnus might be the man to the left-hander. He runs down and he does hit it for 6.
That is unbelievable courage. After what you just saw, the ball just went to first slip. Then he runs down with a mid on up and bashes it for 6. Unbelievable stuff.
It brings up 200 for India. 3 wickets. The change in commentary will be Harsha Bhogle, Mike Hussey and Mark Howard.
It's an amazing shot. Good for Lyon because the ball before turns so much, so he goes a little bit straighter and he's happy to pound him down the ground. This battle continues.
Thanks, Isha. Afternoon to everybody around Australia, around the world, and in India. Harsha Bhogle, there will be a lot of people on the edge of their seats. Good afternoon to you.
No seat has a back and no seat has a middle today, Mark. You're sitting comfortably.
Yes, I am on the edge of my seat. I can't wait for the next couple of hours. Afternoon to you, Michael Hussey.
Good afternoon, Howie. Harsha, and to everyone watching, what a finish we've got coming. What an unbelievable shot that was from Rishabh Pant. The ball before has turned, what, 1.5 meters? And then he's got the confidence to skip down and smash it against the spin over long on for 6. Unbelievable.
Mitchell Stark's last spell, 4 overs, none for 37. Back into the attack.
Yep.
And Pujara guides him away for a single. Partnership up to 35.
I think they'll just keep playing. From time to time, Rishabh Pant will just raise hopes like that. But how many hits does he need to connect to get India close? I'm just amazed that Australia setting the fields that they are, thinking that India might go for it. Listen, a draw is a win for India. They'll only win if they're certain that they won't lose. Unless, of course, I have no idea what Rishabh Pant is thinking.
28 overs to go after this. 126 required. I think he's all about the win, Harsha. Cuts hard, cuts well, cuts to the fence.
Too short, too wide from Mitchell Stark. He hasn't been at his best today. That's a real strength of Rishabh Pant. He went hard at it too. It's in that positive frame of mind. Beautifully put away.
So how do Australia react to this? Do Australia start to push fielders back, thinking, oops, Rishabh Pant might take us on? Or do they continue to attack and say, go for it, we might get you out? He's just such a wonderful young man.
4.3 and over. Right, pass. 4.3 and over.
Well, Australia have to keep going for the win. So they've got to keep attacking fields, I think. I think what they'll be trying to do, though, is see if they can just eke out one more wicket before the second new ball. It's due in just over 8 overs' time. And they'll be pinning all their hopes on doing the most damage with that second new ball.
Yeah, India have held back Mayank Agarwal. Remember, he's a career opener. He's opened all his life. So he'll be handy with the second new ball.
But also, I think Australia would like India to keep going for them. They saw how they could play in in Sydney, when they just tried to play out for the draw, and they were able to do it with great effect. But if they continue to play their shots and go for the win, and that might create opportunities to take wickets. So it would suit Australia for India to keep playing their shots and keep chasing down this further 121 runs to win.
Yeah.
I just cannot get over this series. I mean, every time we've looked at this series and said, thank you very much. This is a great commercial for Test match cricket. You're telling a new generation what Test match cricket's about. The series says pause. I've not stopped giving it. And so we are now into the last hour, almost hour and a bit. The last hour and a bit of a series. And it's still all level. You really cannot ask for more.
Some talk that Tim Payne delayed the Australian innings too long. Take 30 or 40 off that total. It's back to 80, Huss, and it's starting to look very skinny for Australia. Easily worked by Rishabh Pant. Thoughts of a second, sent back. 8 from the over. Stark expensive again. 3 for 209.
Yeah, you're right, Howie. Australia had it declared earlier. India would be right in the box seat now, but this pitch hasn't really played as many tricks on the last day as maybe what many of us were expecting. Plus, there was also the weather. There was the threat of inclement weather on the 5th day, but it hasn't turned out to be. Maybe the Australian camp knew that. They got some more accurate information, which helped them to declare a little bit later. Not declare, get bowled out a little bit later.
Nathan Lyon, 199 wickets in Australia, 398 for his career. At the top of his mark, 21 overs, 6 maidens, 1 for 50. To Rishabh Pant, does he take him on again?
This is the contest, isn't it?
What's the reaction been back in? Oh, yeah. Indeed. Harsha, what's the reaction been like back in India from the media, and how much attention have they given to this series, and particularly this last test?
Oh, huge. And that's why I said it's just brought people back into our Test cricket family.
Yes, Matty.
And people starting to realize, a younger generation that looks at 4 and over and says, surely you must get 4 and over, and suddenly realizes, no, hang on, there's a wearing 5th day pitch, there's different things at play. So I just hope it brings more people in. And India have been fearless. I mean, look at Shubman Gill, look at Rishabh Pant. They've been fearless.
Upish. Stark gets behind it, bounced at a nasty spot right in front of Mitchell Stark. It was in the gully where Rishabh Pant was dismissed in that region for 97 in Sydney off Nathan Lyon.
Yeah, it wasn't far away for Nathan Lyon. You know, when Rishabh Pant's on strike, there's always something happening. I guess it's a good lead-in for the India versus England series, Harsha, that's coming up soon.
Australia would have expected more from Mitch Starc. I mean, you've got Hazelwood, who's done all right. There's Pat Cummins, who's bowled his heart out. He's been magnificent. I've run out of words. But Mitch Starc is just trying to take the pressure away. And you know that suddenly on his day he could pick up wickets. But when you're playing a 4-bowler regime, you can't have one bowler blowing cold rather than hot.
Okay.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't been at his best so far, but that's the thing about Mitchell Starc. He can be not contributing much, and then he can go bang, bang, bang and pick up 3 quick ones. He's so effective towards the back end, to the tail especially, so you can't write him off at any stage of a game.
True.
4 from the over. 3 for 213.
Did you think there'd be a little more reverse swing by now? Because I just wonder if he does start to get a little bit of reverse, would Australia just be tempted to say, let's try reversing with this ball and give ourselves 15 or 16 with the new ball instead of 20? Would you go straight away with the new ball as soon as it's due?
I'd certainly go straight with the new ball. The pitch isn't really abrasive enough. Yeah, it's been an amazing match. Australia 369 in their first innings, India 336. Australia's second innings bowled out for 294. India need a further 115 runs to win, and Marnus Labuschagne into the attack.
Here is a change. Foot marks outside, the off stump for the left-hander. Just to explain the scenario from here, once we hit the end of the 85th over, drinks will be taken. The umpires will signal the last hour of the test match, and then there'll be 15 more overs or 1 hour left, whichever is the latter in the day's play.
Just a 1-over spell for Mitchell Starc from that end. I wonder if Tim Payne might swing him around from the opposite end.
So in effect, Mark, what you've just said is, come what may, you have to get a minimum of 98 overs in.
Yes.
It's 25 because everyone in India is counting down.
Pujara cuts nicely, heads towards the rope. 50 for Cheteshwar Pujara. His 28th in Test cricket, his slowest, but will it be his most important?
Well, what an innings it's been. One filled with concentration, defence. He's been bruised and battered throughout this innings, but he's kept going. Australia have gone for the knockout blow, but they haven't been able to knock him out. He just keeps batting and batting and batting, and then he bats some more.
196 balls, 286 minutes. And he's after Marnus, who wants a bit back the other way.
He's a glutton for batting, isn't it? And I'll use the word in a nice sense. It's just been so good for India. I'm thinking you just take Pujara out of this lineup, and Australia suddenly think, hang on, we're in with a chance here because we can start looking at wickets at another end.
Yeah, you're right, Harsha. He's so important for India because he can bat so much time and be patient and wear the opposition bowlers down. He's got attacking players around him.
Big! Greeny! Roy Greeny!
Boundary from the over, 3 for 217.
Look, 98 overs on the last day on a wearing track against, even if slightly tired, but an outstanding bowling attack. Takes some saving. So I think I can understand why Pujara's played the innings that he has. Draw's gone up to 70%. So I can understand why Pujara's playing the innings he has, because I mean, this is just a quality attack survival. If India draw, they win. I think India have got to make up their mind. Do they want to ensure they're winning the series first? And a draw wins them the series. Effectively, the series is drawn, but they retain the trophy.
Yeah, I think you still have that winning mentality. Still look to win the match first, especially while Pujara and Rishabh Pant's at the crease. Try and win this match, win the series. If you can't win it, if you get yourself into a position where you can't win it, and then you try and save it. Yeah, Mitchell Starc swung around to the opposite end now.
So if that's how they're going to go about it, Michael, 26 overs left. You need to go at about 4.5 and over. You're looking at a couple of twos. You're looking at a boundary every alternate over almost. A boundary every alternate over, boundary every sort of 15, 16 balls at least. And then start running twos or threes. Are we seeing that though? That's the only thing that I'm thinking about. Is there going to be a fabulous counter charge? Or are they going to keep chipping away like this and see where it goes?
He thought about that Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, it's an interesting question, Harsha. What's the right method, I guess, in chasing this down? I think if Rishabh Pant stays there for the next hour or so, then he's going to naturally score at 4 runs and over himself almost. Pujara's certainly looking like he's picking up his scoring rate as well in the last half an hour or so. I think just keep trying to take it deep like it's a one-day game. Be there at the end, hold your nerve. You can always get, say, 10 and over off the last 4 or 5 overs if need be.
With wickets in hand.
The other...
That's how I think they'll do it.
Question mark in this. Yeah. The other, I guess, interesting part of it is the second new ball. Now, from an Australian perspective, they'll be thinking, this is where we can do the most damage. We can take wickets with that second new ball. But from an Indian perspective, harder new ball can quite often fly off the bat a lot faster and you can score a lot quicker. We saw that in the first innings.
My gut feel is they'll see what's left with about 8 or 9 overs left. If they're still 3 down, maybe at most 4 down, back themselves to play out 9 or 10 overs if it comes to it, then start to assess when maybe there's 10 overs if you've seen off the second new ball.
Ooh. Really good bouncer from Mitchell Starc. Well directed, but also well played. You've got the leg slip in place. One off the hip. Or for a little pull shot that is not controlled.
Good hustle. Three for 218. Cheteshwar Pujara in 52 off 200 balls, 7 fours, striking at 26. He's been out there 292 minutes, and he was bombarded in the middle period of his innings by the Aussies. That wrapped him in the finger. That one in the grill was a nasty, nasty blow. He was rocked, but he got a bit of treatment and then continued to repel the Aussies. He's been pretty strong over the offside. He's used his feet to Nathan Lyon. That was shortly after he got hit. And he is still there after nearly 300 minutes in the middle. What a wonderful, wonderful cricketer.
There was one blow to the head, and I thought he looked really wobbly, but he managed to compose himself and get his mind back on the job. Mainly scored through the offside. A lot of deflections down to third man and fine leg. It's been a brilliant innings, one filled with concentration and determination, courage.
Just been told, Harsha, that this session currently in India is expecting 60+ million viewers. So there's a fair bit of interest, to put it mildly.
There'll be a few. Million means more to you than it does to India.
Yeah, Matty.
We're used to big numbers. but it's interesting. Look, it's a working day today. It's getting to about 11:20 in the morning, so most people would be expected to be at work. They'd probably be at the coffee place or maybe on their phones. Or maybe in front of their screens, wherever they can find them. If I was a boss, I'd tell my people, come and watch.
Extra long lunch break. Good delivery from Nathan Lyon. Just beating the outside edge. They're close. They feel it, the Australians.
Oh, Nathan.
Very famous line, Harsha, here by a former Prime Minister of Australia, Bob Hawke, during a big yacht race, the America's Cup, relating to if any boss sacked a worker for not turning up to work today, he's a bum.
Yeah, my first tour to Australia was the Prime Minister's game in Canberra. Bob Hawke was the Prime Minister, and I thought, what a cool man. I've obviously no idea who's on which side of the political spectrum, but gee, he was cool.
I loved his cricket. Pond advances, doesn't get anywhere near as much as he was after. A single from the over, so the Australians have tightened things up a bit in the last 4 or 5 overs. 3 for 219.
That's why Nathan Lyon has the field back for Rishabh Pant, because he knows he's going to play the shots anyway, the big shot. Can't help himself, and he knew he was close there, Lyon.
Rahane, the last man to go, caught pain by Cummins for 24 since then. This partnership, 52 from 115 deliveries. Stark to Pant. Little under edge.
Yeah, the Australians have just gone a little bit defensive in the last few overs, maybe just trying to keep it tight. Even for Mitchell Stark here, there's just one slip and a gully. A couple men back, there's a deep point and a deep backward square leg. Get the feeling they just want to try and keep it quite tight, not let India get too many runs in the lead up to this second new ball, where I expect them to attack again.
they've got 2 overs from Nathan Lyon left, don't they, before the new ball. They've got 2 overs from Nathan Lyon, maybe 2 more towards the end of play. I wonder if he's under a little bit of pressure. But I actually got the impression they might use him to buy a wicket. They could use him in the last 2 overs, get the field in, and say, look, we've got runs in the bank. Let's buy 2. Let's throw the bait for a couple of overs. We can close the game thereafter and see if Rishabh Pant takes the bait. Yeah, if he does, if he gets 12 or 15 of the over, it sets up a run chase. So be it.
Yeah, I like the way you're thinking, Harsha. Why not? If Australia can pick up 1 more wicket, and particularly a big one like Rishabh Pant, before the second new ball, have a new batsman in facing the newie, would certainly help their cause. Be worth a little gamble, especially while Australia still has 108 runs in the bank.
You're talking the second new ball, Michael. I mean, they're going to be tired as well, isn't it? They've done a lot of bowling. The last 4 innings, India have batted over 100 overs. They've been in the field all day today. This is Brisbane, where it can get hot, muggy. So they'll be tired coming in with the second new ball. That'll be a factor.
Oh, without doubt, Harsha. But this is Test cricket, and it's the last session of play of the series. Everything on the line. It's got to summons all your energy, all your effort, and just give it one last crack.
There's the Yorker. Is it going leg side? Really wide on the crease, Stark. 2 reviews left for the Aussies.
Yeah, could see Mitchell Stark was saying it hit the front pad first. So with the angle from Mitchell Stark bowling so far around the wicket, expect that to have been going down the leg side. See how wide of the crease he is? Yeah, I think that's missing leg stump comfortably.
Would have been a rough old review, that one, Huss. Save your legs. 4 more to the total. Leg buys. 3 for 224. Just 104 for India. Archie, you mentioned Nathan Lyon tempting Rishabh Pant. He's now on 34, Rishabh Pant. This is when he was on 16.
I'm wondering how the game would look like from Tim Paine's shoes. What's he thinking about? He's dropped a catch before at a vital moment in the series, and now this stumping. The keeper can't be tired because the keeper's got to be concentrating all the time. Is he by nature an attacking person? Because from what I've seen, my instincts suggest that he tends to go on the defensive. So purely as a person, is he someone who goes for it?
Oh, Nathan!
I would say he's quite balanced, actually. And at certain situations, he's really looking to attack, but there's other times he will defend. I think you're right. I think the natural instinct is to be a little bit more conservative.
Oh, ball, Gaz.
It's cat and mouse stuff. This is real cat and mouse stuff. Where is the field? What is Pant going to do? I think he's shown great composure. 34 of 75.
Oh, bold. You almost hold your breath every time, don't you? When Nathan Lyon lets go of the ball, what's going to happen with Rishabh Pant? You're waiting for him to come down the pitch and try and clear either long off or long on.
I'll tell you what, he may not have hit a 6, but Mark Howard hit a 6 in the commentary box just now.
I like the way he goes about it, Harsh, I really do.
So even that ball, I got the feeling Nathan Lyon thought Rishabh Pant was going to run down the pitch then, so he bowled it really wide.
Maiden over from Nathan Lyon. Thanks, Harsha.
Pleasure.
3 for 224. Type of changing commentary. Up next, Kerry O'Keefe, Emmy War and Isha Gua.
One of the greatest series we've witnessed in recent times. And it's still not over, gentlemen.
Certainly not. We've come down to the last session of the 5th day of the 4th test, and it's still up for grabs, this series.
Second new ball available in 2 overs time. So Mitch Stark being used with the old ball. Are you expecting Cummins and Hazelwood with the new rock?
I am, Isha. I think Tim Payne's hoping that Stark has a money ball in him in this last few. Otherwise, it'll be Hazelwood and Cummins with the second one, and they'll want it to move. This ball hasn't swung really for 78 overs. But he has a Sandshoe crusher in him from around the wicket to the right-hander. He's just got to get it straight, Mitchell Stark. But in his way is this resolute defence of Pujara. Again, he's been the stumbling block for Australia. Everything's based around him playing this sort of innings. And again, he produces for India.
Well, he faced over 1,200 balls in the last series, and he's getting up near 1,000 in this series. And this is only the 4th test, and one of those innings, India got bowled out for 36, so he's chewed up a lot of balls in the rest of the innings in this series.
Very nearly.
He bats like a cat, doesn't he? He stalks his intended victim and then pounces when he's given an opportunity. This is his shot to the quicker, shorter, wider delivery. He'd have thought, this is 4. This is where I hit my boundaries off the quick man. He'd be disappointed missing out there.
He's the most patient cat I've ever seen. Rarely comes out of his cubby hole. He doesn't need much food. He just sits there all night and day.
Stored up with milk for days, Junior.
Every now and then he has a little spa, doesn't he?
Just that angle, though. The shots that he's playing up and over with Mitch Stark usually coming across him, but this angle of coming into him now, it just changed it up, doesn't it?
It doesn't.
He's a few raindrops there. I'm pretty sure. Maybe a sun shower. The sun's out. Australia, they're desperate for something to play up off those cracks. There's just been only the odd one.
Plenty of Indian support at the GABBA. I'll cheer every run.
And And there's an example of Pujara. Again, it's the cat waiting to pounce on anything that he thinks he can score off. And this is just angled a little bit too much straight for Mitchell Starc. And the cat pounced, took him for 3 through square leg. Old school way of batting, isn't it? And it works in the modern game. How valuable was he last tour for India? And again, is he the man this tour? Reigning.
Slow ball to finish for Starc. 3 for 227. These two proving hard to extract. Pujara in particular. Called him Rocky Balboa in the lab a little earlier on. He's copped a few blows today.
Yeah, well, he's copped 11, I think is the latest count. There's 2, there's 3. That was a nasty one on the back of the helmet. That really shook him up, but he's tough. That was 4. Brushed his back. Oh, that's got his elbow. That one really hurt. That's 5. That's in the groin. That's 6. Arm again, 7. Elbow, 8. Hand, 9. That one stung. Almost in the double figures. I think there's a couple more to come. Oh, that was nasty. That was very nasty. 10.
The funny thing was that at afternoon tea, he didn't stand his bat in linseed oil. He stood himself.
In an ice bath. Surely light in an ice bath.
The courage of Pujara is unrivaled. I've not seen anybody take so much on the body against Australia and be still fighting away.
Well, he doesn't flinch. The only one he flinched on was the one that got him on the fingers. He showed some pain there, but apart from that, he hardly flinched. I really think Nathan Lyon was speaking about off air, needs to gamble here, Kerry, just before the new ball. Hopefully they stay out there, and it looks, it's got to be a passing shower. The sun's out. He gambles and bowls a little bit slower, maybe a little bit more middle and leg. Getting Rishabh Pant to play across the line. Even bring up mid-off and mid-on just for a ball or 2.
Yeah, we discussed it. He's got a long off and a long on. I'd bring him in and say to Rishabh Pant, this is the last over before the second new ball. Are you going to take me downtown?
Yeah.
He'll probably still take on the long on.
Yeah.
But he's got to bowl that line. So that's not the line.
It's a waste of a delivery. Get in at middle and leg just every now and then. Just roll the dice. Have a bit of a gamble. Bowled a stack of overs for no result in the last couple of tests, Nathan Lyon. I just think he needs to vary it up a bit. Yeah, that's a nice line.
Nathan. Very good, guys.
And again, that the new world expression, Pant would be hitting into the spin, not against it. That's his conditioning. I'm not hitting against it, I'm hitting with it or into it.
Oh!
Beautiful, guys.
That was very close. Just a bit slow, wasn't it? A bit more air. Didn't put a lot on it. And just a natural variation of a day 5 pitch. It's just went straight on with the arm.
Oh, that's gorgeous bowling, guys.
3 for 228, just 100 more runs to win for India, and the second new ball available. Australia will be hoping for some zip off the pitch, especially with a sprinkling of rain. It's been India's day, though. So much fight that we've seen throughout this series. They continue to fight to the end. One of the most incredible performances by a nation.
Got to take the new rock, surely, straight away. Yeah. This is it for the Australians, this new ball. They've bowled 80 overs with the old one and only managed 3 wickets on a 5th-day pitch. It's now or never.
Bruce Oxenford officiating in his final Test match. Is it going to be a special one? Pat Cummins then, the #1 bowler in the world. Can he break this open?
This is the guy, isn't it, for Australia? If Pujara and Pant are the 2 for India, Pat Cummins can win the Test. He knows the 9, 10, 11 a week. He's got to get to them. Has he got 2 or 3 wickets in him to open the door with his second new ball? He's been the best by far, 2 for 22 in his 18th. Will he bowl a fuller length with this second new ball? Give it a chance to move. He's been banging it in just short of a good length. Time to go full, I think, Pat.
Close. Pat Cummins with a new ball, but they're going to go upstairs.
To the umpire director, we have a review for LBW. It's a fair delivery, and regional decision is out. Could we have front on first, please? Just rock and rolling that a bit. Does it look like back? Can we have leg side hotspot, please? Nothing there, just pushing the back through as far as I can. No, I'm not getting anything there. RTS, please. Yeah, just rock and rolling that. Just going through. You see a gap and it's hitting the pad. Just one more time. Yeah, hitting the pad. We'll go to ball tracking when ready. Yeah, original decision's out. Impact in line. Hitting the wicket, umpire's call. We're back on field. Bruce, you can stick your original decision about. You're on screen now.
Confirmation. Pat Cummins has broken through. The immovable force is gone. Cheteshwar Pujara.
There's a new ball just nipping back. It's a game of inches. He's had luck all day, Pujara. This time it goes against him. And a fantastic innings. It's been a tough innings. 56, he's out. 4 for 228. The Australians are back in it.
What a fabulous hand it was. So brave, full of courage, resilience, everything. Is that the first chink in the Indian wall, though? Suddenly Agarwal is in. What does Pant do now? Do they still hold hope of a win?
Yeah, I think they will, Kerry, but this new ball could really be very difficult for a new batsman.
Slick stump.
A wonderful average in Test cricket. Mayank Agarwal, used to opening the batting, found himself down the order in this Test match, picked up 38 in India's first innings and looked really disciplined until the interval. And he was out pretty soon afterwards, playing a ball outside the off stump. Here comes Pat Cummins again. He has a little feel for it. Australia, they're pumped up here. They see an opening.
This is the final push. Do they have a new ball that's going to do something? The first one to Pujara snaked back, had him LB plogs. This one has leapt away, I think, from Agarwal. Just a little, or did it straighten? That's the wicket. Hitting the top of leg, given out by Bruce Oxenford. Reviewed. Umpire's call, out. And then Agarwal beaten by the first ball.
Yeah, it's got to do something, this new ball. The last afternoon of a 5-day test match with a hard pitch that's got cracks in it. It's the time the new ball's going to talk. Nip back that one to Pujara. Just clipping the top of the leg.
And Junior and Isha, I think that's the length he has to bowl. He can't bang it in here. He's got a ball that might just start moving around a bit. He's got to up his length, Pat Cummins.
Yeah, you've got to threaten the stumps.
Shot. Bat turning a little bit in his hand, but plays it straight.
Well, that was worth it to bowl full there to Agarwal. We know he's got quick hands with his downstroke. He gets opened earlier in the series. He was onto it straight away. Good down the ground player, Mayank Agarwal. So that'll do him, his confidence a lot of good to get away early. What's the comeback ball from Cummins?
Oof, that moved a lot in the air. He's done well to get his bat down in time. Agarwal. A successful over for Australia. This game is not done. 4 for 232.
Yeah, long way from done. That swung late too, that last delivery. There's the wicket. Just see that good length getting Pujara caught on the crease, and it nipped back a long, long way. And it looked like it might have been missing leg. It hit right on the top of leg stump. Umpire's call stands. He gave it out. If it was given not out, it would have stood as not out as well.
Australia still believe. 6 more wickets. 19 overs to do it. India, on the other hand, need 96 more runs to win, but second new ball. How does Rishabh Pant look to play here?
Well, I think his natural game is to attack. I think if he gets one in his zone, he's going to go for it. 5 and over from here. It's gettable with these two guys at the crease. I think they'll be positive without being totally reckless.
Hazelwood started over the wicket. Occasionally they go round the wicket to Rishabh Pant and make him extend. At the moment it's an over the wicket attack, bowling across him, slips in. I think it's worthwhile pursuing that avenue too, Junior. Isha over the wicket, bowl across him, new rock. If one bounces, slips are waiting. He'll have a crack at some stage this over, Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, Josh Hazelwood looked to try and get one to swing back into the stumps. He does swing the new ball away from the right-hander and into the left-hander every now and then.
Bit of shape. Buys.
It's the right shape at the wrong line. And it's a tough one for Tim Payne. It just kept going and kept low. No chance of dragging it back. 4 handy runs for India. One set to start on about middle and off.
Good signs though, isn't it, guys? The ball's swinging for these Australian quicks. It's just got to get it straight now.
Rishabh Pant, still determined as
There's your answer, Kerry. What is Rishabh Pant going to do? And Aish at the start of the over, we thought he might still attack and anything up in his zone. Josh Hazlewood held that across the seam. He was looking to get it to nip away to the slips. You see it across the seam. Beautiful hands.
Get your eyes on this wherever you are. Do not take your eyes off it for a second. This series, this match, incredible. The change of angle. There's a laboured run towards the ball for Josh Hazlewood. It's been tough going. Weary on day 5.
One full shot, lads. One full shot. We've got the bowlers here, lads. We're all naggers here. Next one. One full shot, lads. Thank you.
Conserving all his energy.
How nervous would Washington Sundar be next in his first test match? Then Thakur at number 8. I know they got runs in the first innings, but this is a completely different scenario.
This is the smoky, though, I think. Agarwal, very talented. They've backed him again. He's a positive player down the ground. What will he do to the first full ball?
Height's an issue? Or was it bat?
Hit his front pad. Hit his front pad.
2 reviews left for Australia.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
End of the over, 4 for 241. Let's take another look.
Yeah, it looked tight. Looked really close. Did he hit it?
I think he hit it.
Might have.
Yep.
I think the height was okay.
Yeah. He offered the bat straight away, didn't he? Not that you should, but he offered the bat to the umpire.
Yeah, his inside edge, big inside edge. Tim Payne was asking about the height. They didn't consider that he hit it.
Again, the use of reviews in this final period of this series will be crucial.
Well, we saw that in the Headingley Test match, didn't we? When Australia loosely discarded reviews and it cost them the Test match.
Pat Cummins with a second new ball. Sliding into that line and length. The wicket of Pujara. But it's the length that's key. Slightly fuller to Mayank Agarwal, making him play. And zoning into those pads.
That's a good set of 6, isn't it? Challenging the batsman, full of length. Well bowled.
That's got through as well. It won't go all the way.
It's good bowling, but a beautiful shot from Rishabh Pant. Nice, solid defence. He's bowling, I'd say, 1 metre or 2 metres fuller in this spell than any other time in the match. That's just a forward press. Bang. Shot.
He's such a puncher, Punt, isn't he? I mean, his hands are so quick at contact. I've noticed people try and york him, but he rarely gets yorked because of his quick hands. This is some player. Dangerous.
I just wonder if he might come around the wicket to Rishabh Pant. That ball angled into him, make him play. He has been out a couple of times looking to defend at that ball.
Yeah, I don't think the short one's far away.
Oh, that has been pumped as well. Slightly fuller, into out from Rishabh Pant. And another boundary. Beauty, what needed?
Yeah, exactly. I like the length of Pat Cummins, maybe a tad over pitch, but Rishabh Pant, he's up to the task. He's saying, you pitch up, I will drive.
Beautiful hands through the ball, wasn't it? He, slightly full. Pat Cummins giving it every chance to move, but Punt's quick hands. Something's cooking here at the GABBA in the final couple of hours of the summer. Wow.
There he decides to change the angle, just feeding him outside the off stump, coming over. Decides to come round and try and cramp him up.
Will he go full to Agarwal for this final ball and try and get the in-swinger to hit pads? I think he will. Early on in Agarwal's short innings, he got a big in-swinger happening. I think that's the ball here. Can he summon it? P. Cummins. Penrith.
Went for the outswinger. Nearly catches the edge. 4 for 248.
Just a bit too good, that delivery. And that was a pearl, a late swing. Rishabh Pant, he holds the key, no doubt about it. He can score quickly, he can counter punch, he can hit good balls for 4. That's the thing, he can punish the bowlers if they're slightly off, and he'll take anything on. He's so brave. He's the one guy you want there. If you're trying to win the game and need 4 or 5 and over on the last session of a test match.
He's a chunkier version of Ben Stokes, isn't he? Could he do what Stokes did?
Please, did you have to bring that up?
I'm sorry. Isha's with us. She liked it. But that's the way he plays, isn't it? He takes Nathan Lyon on into the spin. Anything wide of off stump, he has a real slap at. This is Stokes-like. Can he get his team over the line in the final 2 hours of when they were out for 36 in Adelaide in that first test, and their skipper went home?
Is that this series?
Yes.
So much has happened since then.
Oh. Hero, a few tests later.
Boys. Average of 76 in the 4th innings.
Yeah. Specialist. 4th time at bat for the... Whereas Rahane and Pujara have modest records in the 4th innings of a match. This is the guy at 76 who can win it.
He's actually been very selective in his shots today, Rishabh Pant. He's played excellent. He's given one chance, that tough stumping Tim Paine, but apart from that, he's looked solid. He's looked actually quite mature, that he's under control.
I think he opened his test career with a 6, didn't he, Isha? Is that
He
the
did.
first scoring shot in test cricket?
I have arrived. Yeah, not fazed by much, Rishabh Pant. One of the most exciting cricketers in world cricket. The global game is happy to have him.
And it's funny, he's been in and out of the team too. He polarises people. Some people don't like the way he plays. No ball, late call. Some people love him. Surely he's got to be in your team. Any team.
Gee, the Australian fast bowler straining here. Down on fuel. It's been sucked out of them again. Can they summon something?
Again, he gets it through, beats that fielder. Lovely placement from Pant. They'll push back, they'll come back for 3. 76 to win.
It was worth that delivery, guys, wasn't it? Wide. You know, Hazelwood knew he'd come at it. The man is at catching cover. If he didn't quite get it, he got enough of it. The Indian supporters are in raptures. Is this a series-winning innings from their little guy?
Little big guy. Yeah, he got it off the toe a bit. He had to reach for it. Not out of the middle, but nicely placed. That field's still quick. Good running. They're on the ball here, the Indians.
Very fortunate that that didn't go onto the stumps. Mayank Agarwal hit the toe of the bat. Punt on 49. You tempting him with one here outside the off stump?
I would be. I think they're wary of another boundary in the over. There's only been 4 off the bat. I would. 70 odd required. The big wicket, 2 slips and a floating 4th and a short cover.
Yeah, I'm bowling a bouncer just to change it up. See if he wants to have a hook. Yep. Chance.
Tight.
No.
But he comes through, Rishabh Pant. After the heroics of Sydney, he's now the main man here at the GABBA. His 450 in Test cricket. And very much holds the key.
It's 4 for 254. Well, what drama we've got here. Punt on strike. It was a no ball, was it? Oh, Pat Cummins, sorry. It's the over call. Punt has strike. And as you suggested, Isha, the angle now is around the wicket and into Rishabh Pant. So change of tactic again from the Australians. Cummins went round the wicket to him in the previous over. Hazelwood was round the wicket. And this is his 50. It was going to be tight. But Mitchell Stark's a little tired. And he's through. What a tremendous half-hundred that was. He's captured the imagination of the GABBA. Australia, the way he's fought. Sydney was outstanding here at the GABBA.
It's amazing, isn't it, guys?
Oh.
Just 16 overs left. And still all 4 results possible.
See, in that 2-1
win.
win.
Test.
Yeah, in that 2-1 win 2 years ago, here's Win Viz, India at 36. He got 350 runs at number 7 when they won 2-1 2 years ago. So he's a real factor in India-Australia series. What do you think of those odds, June?
Oh,
Australia.
I'm giving Australia a little bit more than that.
Lovely punch from Mayank Agarwal. Reading the plan from Pat Cummins, going full and straight.
Just a little bit too full to Agarwal. I think they fancy their chance of nicking Agarwal off, but not at that length. I think you want him driving on the up and maybe just a little bit wider of off stump. He's very happy when it's straight. Just get him outside that off stump. driving on the up. That was a genuine half volley. Good shot, mind you. He's a good player. But he is vulnerable just on the up outside off stump.
The question has to be asked, guys, has Pujara drained the Australian fast bowlers' petrol with that innings? And here are Pant and Agarwal taking advantage of that.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, it's been very humid and hot the whole test match. Tough conditions for fast bowlers. I mean, yeah, you'd be down on fuel a little bit, but second new ball, chance to win the game. Yeah, I think Australia are still running in hard. They've just got to get in the right areas.
Well, with each over that ticks away, so does Australia's opportunity to take those 6 wickets. India still very much on for the win, though. 69 more runs and 15 overs after this ball.
Stark has a role to play later. Lyon late. Who knows? Has Stark got the money ball in him when he returns?
He looks the one that's most out of petrol, I think, Stark. I think he might be carrying a niggle or two.
For the length at the end of the over, 4 for 259. It's all building up to an epic finale. And players are going to take stock, have a quick drinks break and reassess how they're going to go about this. India needs 69 more runs to win. Australia needs 6 wickets.
Nine runs to win. There's a minimum of 15 overs in this last hour. All results still possible. Still the new ball's only 5 overs old. It's just been outstanding from India. This is one of the great victories. And remember, this is probably, no disrespect, India's B team. There's only 3 players from the original side that's played that first test that are still here. This is just sensational from the Indian cricket team.
Yeah, it has been, and so too has Pat Cummins' efforts right throughout the series, and this was him getting Pujara. It was given out. Pujara went upstairs, and umpire's call came into it, just kissing the top of the bail.
Very unlucky, I reckon. It should have been given not out, that one. Just clipping.
Brilliant pictures captured by the Fox crew. So 15 overs remaining in the day. Umpire Paul Wilson just checking that. 1 hour left of the match, or 15 hours, 15 overs, 15 hours.
Another 15 hours. I don't think we can take another 15 hours.
Why not push this series out longer and longer? Another test match, Warnie, whatever we can do to just keep this going. It's just been amazing, and still the field spread. Afternoon being up.
Hello, Gilly. Hello, Warnie. Good afternoon, all. Australia need essentially 6 for 60 to win. What a finish.
Well, if you look at it, with an hour to go, remember it's a minimum. It's an hour of play, so Australia could bowl 16 or 17 overs if they want to. It's a minimum of 15 overs.
Focus!
This is going right down to the wire.
Yeah, so Warnie,
Bang, bang, boys,
so
bang,
4:40 Brisbane time.
Tony.
Whatever comes later, 15 overs or 5:40.
That's right. And I always thought it was, this would be a couple. I always thought it was just 15 overs the last hour. Once the 15 overs are up, it's done. And I learnt the hard way. There was a test match against England in Sydney Cricket Ground. I was batting with Tim May, and we had to bat out the last session, basically, and we hung on there. Tim May stayed at one end, I stayed at the other. We got down to 15 overs in the last hour, and with a couple of balls to go, Graham Gooch bowled a seam. I tried to slog him down the ground for 6. Stephen Malcolm dropped it. A couple of balls to go, and we said, I went to shake hands. Mike Atherton ran out. The umpires went to shake hands.
It's a short boundary, and it's 4.
Excellent shot. Yeah, and Atherton come out and said, mate, minimum of 15 overs last hour. There's still 2 minutes to go, so they had to bowl another over. So I learnt my lesson. How good is Rishabh Pant? 57 off 105 balls, 5 fours and a 6. 63 to win.
Focus!
Fractionally slower through the air.
Lovely, Gary!
Just have a look at this wind viz. We've watched it all through the day go backwards and forwards. The draw looked a certainty. At one stage, then India, then Australia. Now India, 56% chance. Draw 42.
Six runs from the over, 4 for 265. Just before lunch, India were 1%.
Were they?
1%.
Wow.
Australia are now down to 2%. Got to admire Pat Cummins' efforts, Binger. A bit of respect there.
Oh, there's respect for all the bowlers, in particular Pat Cummins. 3 for 38. They've all toiled hard. Just get ready, though, for one more little twist, I reckon, in this game from Australia.
Yeah, good call, Bing. I reckon there's another twist yet. And I just to pick up on that point, before lunch, WinViz said India were 1%. So to put that in perspective, they were 1% chance. 1 in 100 times. That shows the magnitude of what a result this is if they can get it done, India. It is unbelievable effort.
I think some may say after Adelaide they were 1% to not lose the series 4-0. It's one of the series to remember, one of the greatest fighting efforts by a touring team that you can remember.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, no disrespect to this Indian side. Just shows you the depth of the squad. But there's 8 players that are back in India or out of this test match that would be in their first pick test team. So this is really India's B team. It just shows you how good it is, and there's plenty of questions to be asked of the Australians.
Oh, is it edged? They like it, but Bruce Oxenford says no. They have 2 referrals left, Australia. He's decided to roll the dice again, Tim Payne.
Didn't look that confident though, did he?
And the shake of the head there from Mayank Agarwal.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. And it's a fair delivery. Come out front on, please. Close to the bat. We're coming out of offside hotspot, please. It's rocking around. Nothing there. We go to our RTS to confirm that. Running through. Running through. Keep running through. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, we'll go back on field, please. Bruce, you can stick with the Ridge decision, not out. Thank you.
I'll lose their review, but I don't think that's the issue for the Australians. That's one they thought they had there. You can see them watching on the big screen. They thought they had their man.
Yeah, there was a noise that came through the headset here, which we got linked up to the stump mic. And I just wondered, there was a tiny little spike on the left. And was there something there on hotspot? Is that a little mark on the edge of the bat? It says a... No.
I don't think so, no.
No, I don't think so.
Something lights up almost on the sticker there, doesn't it?
That's what I was just looking at. Was it maybe the sun off the sticker or something? Oh! Hear that? There was a noise. You can hear it.
Up there's gone! McWade takes the catch. Cummins gets his 4th. They are not gone yet, Australia. They keep fighting.
Wow. Still throwing punches. Pat Cummins, it's that man again. 4 for 38. How well has he been today? How good has he bowled? And the Australians are still fighting. They're still hanging in there.
Great piece of bowling. What a catch too. Matty Wade. That's a great snare from him. He's pumped. Big wicket. It's a twist, all right. 5 down, 265. 63 to win.
Oh, what drama. Consecutive deliveries. Just looked like there might have been something on the sticker on that hotspot, but it didn't matter in the end. Cummins continued to charge in, and they've now got 5. They're 5 deliveries away from potentially winning a series. There's never really a stroke that was on with that delivery. That's a serious feeling for the Australians. Seriously good. They are in the hunt again. They're great pitches. There's been so many twists and turns, so many big moments in every day of every test. It's continuing to lure us in this test cricket. It's Washington Sundar, test debut. 62 on debut. He did get in the first innings, but it's a different scenario now.
I tell you what, when Washington Sundar got presented his cap, do you reckon he would have thought he had all these different scenarios about his first test match? I'm sure walking out with 63 to win with 5 wickets in hand wasn't the scenario he had.
It's not what I'm signing up for.
Oh.
Maybe it is. I mean, that
wow, what a
strength
finish
of character he showed in that first innings with bat, and he picked up 3 wickets.
He'll be very nervous.
Yeah.
Very, very nervous.
I wonder what that does to WinViz.
We'll find out soon.
Oh.
Solid. Solid from the debutant. Great work, Pat Cummins. 5 for 265. 13 overs left.
Two left-handers in. Nathan Lyon will enjoy bowling to two lefties now with Washington Sundar. His opposite number, the spinner for India. Still 63, and we've got 14 overs left. 13, sorry. 13 overs left.
So all of a sudden, the microscope goes back on to Rishabh Pant. What's his decision making? Oh, there you go. Play the natural game, continue on.
Wow. I just wonder if we're going to sit back here at the end of the day's play, and if India are 8 down, and we think if we had an extra hour's play, if we had an extra hour, if the declaration came earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I think we've also lost probably 55, 60 overs around that mark for the whole test match with the rain and everything else, and the overs we've just lost. There's probably been 55 or 60 overs, pretty close around that mark. Oh, well bowled.
Gorgeous, Gary boy. High quality this, Cody.
Okay, what field for the new batsman, Warnie?
Well, I hope they surround him for starters, and I hope there's not 4 or 5 men back on the fence. Let's have a look.
That way, keep going. You're a long way away. Touch ball.
Are you ready, man? No energy there, come on.
Two balls.
Just the one man comes under the nose of Washington Sundar on the offside.
Goes
But
out.
most
gully.
fielders come up.
Oh, into his work straight away.
Bowling,
Washington.
Gary.
Not bad first ball, but it's just ripping out of that rough stuff. Goes to the Brian Lara cover drive.
Beautiful, guys.
Oh, wow. Dare not turn away. That's the end of the over. 12 left. 5 for 267. The great Macca's road trip is underway with Warnie and Roy reliving their favourite memories from around Australia. Get out your phone and point it at that QR code and scan it, and you'll watch every episode. Very entertaining episodes, believe me, and that will take you to the Fox Sports website to see what Warnie and Roy get up to around Australia.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. This one's Roy. Yeah, it's a very good one with Roy. Talks about when he was playing a one-day game and the streaker ran on the field and he gave him a good hip and shoulder right there at the Gabba. I'll get another couple. What's that? Is that taking it 50, 59, is it?
Yep.
59 runs to win for a famous victory, series win. This will be one of the best Test series wins of all time, I reckon. At least in modern times, this will be, after what's happened, if you go back at the summary and you go knocked over for 36, your captain goes home, there's 8 players out. To come back and do what this Indian team have done has been very, very special.
Upish. Oh, Marnus Labuschagne has crept ever so close in there to a shortish mid-off. Well, it's 59 to win, but it's 5 wickets for Australia, and Pat Cummins has picked up 4. How good is he? He's just extraordinary. He knows how to exploit a weakness, exploit any movement out of the wicket. So reliable. Tim Paine goes to him so often, and more often than not, he delivers.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He just gets better and better, Pat Cummins.
Oh, good hands.
Well fielded. I think
the intent.
The other interesting point about this series right now is that the good news for Australia is that India's still going for them. If India just shut up shop and start blocking, it would be a lot harder to get the wickets. But why they're still going for it keeps Australia interested in the game to get these last 5 wickets.
Yeah, I agree. I think also you can see by the intent, by the way that India's still chasing here, they're going to allow Australia to have a few chances. 59 to win. They want these runs. They want to chase this down. Pat Cummins wants a few more wickets.
Well, that's why you always dangle the carrot with the declarations. We were all talking yesterday around around that 300, 320 mark. That's why we said when they got bowled out, it was about perfect about what they wanted for the game. So now it's still got the carrot dangled. There's only 11 overs after this. They still need 59. They're still going for it. If they lose, if Rishabh Pant gets out right now, I reckon they shut up shop. I don't think they go for it. So that's why when you declare, you want to dangle that carrot. You don't want the 450, 500s.
Beautifully punched down the ground. Sunda gets his first boundary.
I reckon there's going to be another half chance or something's going to present itself to Australia. They've got to take it. Got to take it and got to keep themselves in the game. Excellent shot. Good nerve. Good composure from a man on debut. Quality stuff. Impressive stuff from Washington Sundar. His heart would be absolutely pounding in that shirt.
Another over down, 11 to go, 5 for 273. What a climax to an extraordinary day test series, and you will not miss anything here on Fox. We are staying with this match all the way through, right to stumps. So settle back, sit down. Do not think of moving anywhere, because we are here for you. Nathan Lyon to Rishabh Pant. 55 to win.
Yeah, just phenomenal that it comes down to the last 11 overs or so of this whole series. Both teams have still a chance of winning.
Oh, that's good work by Steve Smith.
Good hand. That nearly hit the helmet too, which would have been 5 runs to India. That would have been, imagine that if that hit the helmet. That was going on to hit it too. Well done to Steve Smith. Tough shot to play out of that rough. Slog sweep.
Righty.
Just wonder if Tim Paine will be inclined to get a second slip or a short gully in there just for another catcher.
Upish, catch, it's a call. Oh, falls short of Cam Green.
Great bowling game.
I just wonder, we've been talking about it all day, if the field was up, that might have gone straight to the field. You can understand Australia keeping back by the way Rishabh Pant is playing, but it's such a hard shot out of that rough as we've been talking about. If the field was up, he might try and do that more often. He might get 1 or 2 away, but that might have fallen straight to a field if they were up. Oh.
So still 3/4 of the way there. There's a single option if Washington would like it. Option of going over the top if he wants as well. Or through. Doesn't get it through though. Big ball this last one to Rishabh Pant of this over.
10 overs to go after this.
Have to bring him up for 1 ball, wouldn't you? This is,
you can play a bit of cat and mouse now.
Yeah, this is the money, this man.
Bring them both up.
Bonus! Bonus! Run! Lovely.
Dot to finish. 5 for 275 India. 10 overs to go.
Just having a look at who's the bowler. This is 10 overs of the new ball. There's 10 overs to go, and Pat Cummins has bowled 5 overs straight. This new ball, he's bowled 22 overs in this innings. Good save there from Smith. Can Pat Cummins bowl another 5 overs straight? Can he bowl 10 straight? I think he's going to have to. 4 for 44. I think he's going to have to keep bowling.
Bonus! Bonus!
It's either that or he has a break just for an over, get Hazelwood in for 1 or 2, and then bring back Cummins.
Yeah, I'd keep Cummins going from one end, and if Nathan Lyon doesn't quite look like it, I'd get Hazelwood on from Lyon's end.
Yep, that can work.
I think Pat Cummins just has to bowl. He's the most likely. He's got 4 for 44. He's taken 4 of the 5 poles. Just wind him up.
Slashed. Good work, Nathan Lyon.
Fielded.
Desperation everywhere at the Gabba at the moment.
I think the adrenaline that'll be pumping through Pat Cummins as well. I don't think he'll be feeling tired now. All he'll be thinking about is taking a wicket for Australia.
One last big push, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know you're going to get a good rest after this. That's exactly what he'll be thinking. The adrenaline.
It's probably only 3 or 4 more overs, and Australia nearly can't win in another 3 or 4 more overs. Only India can win, or it's a draw. That's why Pat Cummins has to bowl.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, he's hurting. He's bowled a lot of overs this Australian summer. It's been a big series, 4 tests, hot, humid conditions as well. But this is where you have to trust your training as an athlete. This is where you do all the hard work in the nets and all the fitness training for these moments. You want to step up as a player.
Right there!
Everything about this man is high class. What a leader.
Yeah, have a look at this. 21 wickets at 19. Hazelwood's been outstanding as well. Mitchell Starc well below his best, and so too with Nathan Lyon, unfortunately, for Australia. 11 wickets at 41 and 7 wickets at 60.
Oh, he was ready to set off Rishabh Pant.
Good call, though, wasn't it?
No, yeah.
Excellent call from Rishabh Pant, saying no.
The youngster, Rishabh Pant, the more experienced batsman. Just get back in your box, youngster.
Mate, the pace is still fantastic too. The energy, the effort. What's he come off? 20, 25 metre run up, charging in flat chat. Amazing effort from the big quick Paddy Cummins. What a series he's had. Showed his class.
Oh yeah, world class. That's another maiden. 5 for 275, India. We'll have a change in commentary. It'll be Kerry O'Keefe, Mike Hussey, and Mark Howard.
Thanks, Adam. Good evening, everyone around Australia, around the world. 53 India require to win. Australia 5 wickets. The series tied at 1 apiece. India currently hold the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Could not be set up any better. Nathan Lyon, 2 short of 400 Test wickets. To Pant! Hello, Michael.
Yeah, good evening, Howie, Skull, and to everyone. Yeah, Rishabh Pant living dangerously. Nathan Lyon bowling wide of off stump, out into the rough. Rishabh Pant taking the bait once again.
Oh, well gloved by Tim Payne. Hello, Kerry.
Hello, Howie. Good afternoon. Huss, how good is this Test cricket? This is bit and spun and bounced. That's a Jaffa. Deserved more than a dot. Rishabh Pant, he's looking to slice him through the offside and over. That's how he got him in Sydney. He controls that along the ground. Guys, as you know, these two have probably been in these scenarios so often in IPL. They know exactly the countdown to the win. Balls to go, runs required. So there's nothing new to them, except it is a test match and the series is on the line. That's where the added pressure comes.
.52 from 51 deliveries remaining. 5 wickets.
Down.
Yeah, and even the way Washington Sundar's come out to play, it's obviously been a directive from the captain and the coach in the Indian dressing room. We're going for the win. He came out positive, looking to play his shots. They're running hard between the wickets. Even the way Rishabh Pant continues to play. This is going right down to the wire.
Oh, Gary. Yes, Greenie. Come on,
This is all your cricket dreams come true right here, Kerry.
Oh, indeed. And this is where Nathan Lyon has to roll the dice. He has to invite that one on leg stump where Rishabh Pant takes on long on. It's 6 or out. Will he roll the dice?
Marnie, me.
Gets past Marnus Labuschagne.
Yes,
Keeps the strike, Rishabh Pant. 5 for 277. 6 overs in the spell from Paddy Cummins. So far, the Indians looking on anxiously.
There's not much else they can do, is there? They look pretty calm, pretty relaxed.
You think? Paddy Cummins continues.
I saw the elation.
Overs, 10 maidens. 4 for 44.
I saw that elation when they walked off in Sydney with the draw. This is a squad. This is a team. I think they believe they can win it here. Punt is the key. Cummins is the Australian champion. Who wins the game, Cummins or Punt?
Pat Cummins, he's not going to go down without a fight. And you think for Australia, they have to get a wicket now, right now. You've got 5 wickets in hand. Seven overs after this to take 5 wickets. It's a tough ask for Australia. If there are any chance, you think they've got to get a wicket, probably 2 in the next 2 overs.
Paddy Cummins in his 51st over for the Test match. Pants pushing to settle with 1.
I think Josh Hazlewood's worth 1 more go too. To be honest, he's bowled beautifully throughout the series. Cummins, it's his 7th over in this spell. I think he's worth 1 more go. I really do.
Upish! Oh. Short by a couple of metres.
Well, Washington Sundar is a driver down the ground. The Australians know that. Pat Cummins is bowling the length to invite the on-the-up drive. Sundar came at that, didn't get the carry. Just lobbed short of Marnus Labuschagne at mid-off. That same tactic will be tried again by Cummins.
And this is because Australia are trying to defend the runs now. The fielders just go a little bit deeper. We saw when Nathan Lyon was bowling to Rishabh Pant. It was one that came off a thick outside edge, but because the deep point was in place, it didn't quite carry to Cameron Green. They're trying to protect these runs, but the fielders, if they're still tight, there's more chance of getting a catch.
But that's a byproduct of India's courage to push for the win in this situation. It's a gutsy move.
You're exactly right, Howie. That's where Tim Payne and the Australians need to have the courage to keep going for the win too. Things start going your way.
Takes on the short ball. Shouts at catch it. I don't think anyone's getting back there. It's 6 for Washington Sundar. 43 to win.
What a shot this is. It looked like he was off balance, Washington Sundar. Made no attempt to get on top of the ball. He was going for a 6.
.43 from 43. December 1960, Australia versus the West Indies at this very ground. The first tied Test match. I'll leave it at that.
You calling tie, Howie?
Leave it at that for the moment. Goes again. Flays it away over the offside. Into the shadows. The ball rolls. The ball races. It finds the rope. 10 from the last 2 deliveries. The captain likes it. 5 for 289. 39 to win.
Well, and this Indian crowd are going nuts now. They're starting to really believe. 7 overs remaining, 39 runs. Tired Pat Cummins, he keeps trying. They just keep backing themselves, these young Indian batsmen.
There's a saying in sport, guys, and it's a modern saying. And the modern saying is detached from consequence. And that's what Rahane and Ravi Shastri have said to this young fellow, Washington Sundar. If the #1 bowler in the world bowls you a bouncer, hook it for 6. Don't worry if you get caught at fine leg. You're blameless. And if he bowls wide, slap it for 4. Detached from anything that might be consequential of your actions. And that's why India are steaming towards this win, because young blokes are backing themselves with the full support of their skipper. Hope Punt can hold his end up.
Pad shapes, little lap sweep. Steve Smith jogs after it. He knows it's going to the rope.
Oh, they're brave, these Indian batsmen. You're right, Kerry. They're fearless, willing to try anything. They've played these shots before in T20 cricket. Now they're playing them in the middle of one of the most extraordinary test series of all time.
Hits it hard, Rishabh Pant. Hits it deep. More success for India. The assault is on. 31 to win. Now it's Australia who are on the back foot. Nathan Lyon, his 100th test match. 398 test wickets.
Is a full shot coming? That's the key. Once Punt starts to go, he keeps going. He's getting away with it. So brave. So clean. But you know he's going to go again.
Yeah, he's just toying with Nathan Lyon here. He's seeing where the field is and just hitting him where the fielders aren't. Knows where his boundary options are. That was wide, but easily placed out to deep point. Over to you, Washington Sundar, 30 from 38 balls. They're racing towards victory here, India.
Comes back off the crack the other way. 4 more. 13 from the over so far.
Was that Jeff? Because that has acted like a leg break. That has hit a crack and gone the other way. It's an off break that became a leg break and became 4 byes.
Yeah, and now Australia will be thinking, nah, it's not meant to be. When things like this start happening, it's an unbelievable delivery.
Sundar throws his hands at it. Enormous over for India. $15 from it, 5 for 304. 24 of 36. 26 runs have come from the last 2 overs. Incredible, incredible test match cricket.
Just trying to do a bit of lip reading here. Pat Cummins talking to Tim Payne. I think he's saying, I reckon the top of off is the right way to go. I guess the interesting thing from the Indian batsman perspective, they're 2 young players. Can they just keep their mind in the moment? Or will they be thinking about the end result? As soon as they start getting ahead of themselves and thinking of the end result, they could get themselves into trouble.
What does Tim Payne do with his field now, Kerry? Is he attacking? Is he defending?
Well, I think he'll bet each way here and wait. He's now waiting for a mistake from these 2 left-handers. And that's the thing. It's so tantalising that Shardul Thakur is in next and then 3 number 11s. if they can just crack this partnership, they're still in the game, Australia. But can they? It's an in-out field to Josh Hazlewood, who's bowled outstandingly throughout the series. Wicketless today, but looks tired. Can he summon the moxie and produce the money ball?
Hazlewood to Pant. Hustles through for a single, and he gets there. Chance for overthrows. A get back for 2.
It's good cricket from India. I got the feeling that maybe the adrenaline was getting too much and they were going to keep swinging, going for the big one. But Rishabh Pant showing some composure there, looking to drop and run, playing some smart cricket. Was it a chance?
Comes back for 2. Pant makes it. Just.
Tell you what, it took the full dive to get there. A direct hit would have been probably out. It's a pretty good throw from Marcus Harris, flat. Just next to the stumps. No, he's home.
That looked IPL, didn't it? Converting 1 into 2 when only 1 was on. Rishabh Pant, his experience in short form coming to the fore. Australia under extreme pressure here. Are they cracking?
Could there be a twist, Howie? There's been so many twists throughout this series. Could there be one more? It's a bit of a look of resignation on Justin Langer's face.
Has not moved. The Indian skipper has not moved.
It's had a few twirls, that Tash, though, hasn't it?
Skews away over the top of gully. The Aussies drop their heads. Indian fans cheer the ball to the rope. Leg byes. A smile, just a hint of a smile.
Fortuitous boundary, was a leg byes. Not sure who was in the gully. I think it was Cam Green. He didn't pick the ball up at all. It's amazing how fast that ball travelled to the boundary off the pad.
Australia have not lost a test match at the GABBA since 1988. past the outside edge. 9 from the over. 5 for 313. The partnership 48 from just 50 deliveries between Pant and Washington.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable partnership from two young players under pressure. Have just been cool, calm and collected. I get the feeling that's the aura that Rahane has given this team since taking over the captaincy after the first test. There's not much calmness going on in that crowd though, Howie. These Indian fans are going crazy.
As well they might.
Looks like
Big over this,
bringing
boys,
the field
isn't
up
it?
a little bit. Long on coming up, but only a little bit. It's about 3/4 of the way to the fence now.
Flayed away by Rishabh Pant. Green, one-handed pickup. Whips it back in, keeps it to a single. Does well.
I've seen Washington Sundar in the IPL bomb a lot of off-spinners over long on for 6. Is he brave enough, and you sense he is, to have a crack at the GOAT here? With 14 required from 29, they can see the finish line, India. Does he back his instincts and his hitting ability, or does he support Pant? He has a decision to make, Washington Sundar.
What experience this is for Washington Sundar. Playing his first test match for India. Such a pressure situation, pressure test match, series on the line. He has played beautifully in the first innings and the second innings. He's bowled well. It takes so much confidence and knowledge that he can perform at this level.
Swept hard from Rishabh Pant. The chase is on. The wide open spaces.
Has there been a better swiper across the line in the last few years other than Ben Stokes and Rishabh Pant? I've never seen such clean striking across the line.
Yeah! Reverse the bowled him! Nathan Lyon breaks through. A glimmer, just a glimmer of hope for the Australians. India 10 short of a remarkable win, and Nathan Lyon gets his 399th Test wicket.
Is that the twist, Howie? Poor Washington Sundar, he doesn't want to leave. He can't believe it. The no fear style of play continued. Went for the reverse sweep. He just skidded on, no turn, caught a little bit of glove on the way through and clipped the off stump. Glimmer of hope is there for Australia. Washington Sundar goes. It was a good partnership. It's worth 49 with Rishabh Pant, but he goes for 22. It's now 6 for 318.
Well, that was... He played as you'd expect a young bloke to play, without fear. It cost him his wicket. It puts Shardul Thakur at number 8 under extreme pressure with 3 11s to come. But he'll get generous applause from his teammates. Look at that, the Indian bench. For 22, It's a standing O from the staff. Well done him. Washington Sundar.
Shardul Thakur top scored in the first innings for India. What a time to come to the crease in a test match.
Yep, he'll be thinking, okay, I just want to get Rishabh Pant on strike, let him finish the job. Yeah, that's what you got. Who you got to spare a thought for. Shardul Thakur's just come to the crease. Saini, Siraj, and Natarajan that are waiting, hoping, praying that these two in the middle can do the job.
Now men come all around the bat. Payne attacking. Six for 318. Four overs, 10 runs, 4 wickets. After 4 test matches.
And this little champion on strike, Rishabh Pant, 80 not. What does he do? Does he play the glory shots? Does he try and hit 1s and 2s? He can't really afford to give Shardul Thakur too much strike. So does he hit 2, 4s or 6s?
Well, he's not thought about getting out at all throughout this innings. I wonder if just now, with the tail behind him, he thinks, I can't afford to get out now. Does that change the way he plays?
Hazelwood to Rishabh Pant on the Vulture Street end. Pulls it hard, pulls it to the wall. Of course he does, this man Rishabh Pant. He's down, he's up, and he's got India 1 stroke away from a famous test victory.
This guy's just pure talent, pure belief in his own ability. What a shot this is. He was going for the big one. Front foot was coming down. He had to go back quickly, pulled it away beautifully.
This is a man whose first ever scoring shot in Test cricket was a 6, which is the exact number India now require. Facing Hazelwood. Skews off the side of the bat. Men come running, falls safely. 2 nations hold their breath for a second and a half.
He wanted to finish it, that ball. He wanted to finish it. Look at Rohit Sharma, he can't believe it.
Tried to bring it up with a 6. Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Pant doesn't do walks in the park. And it is a dawdle to the line with 20-odd balls remaining, but not for Rishabh Pant. Now there's pressure on Shardul Thakur. A wicket here, and the door is ajar. Payne knows it. Where are the catches?
They come back for 2. Great running by Thakur and Pant, just 3 away.
Yeah, it's good cricket from Shardul Thakur. Confidently played down to fine leg, but ran hard between the wickets. He's doing his bit.
High in the Australia 3 wickets short.
And some limited batsmen to come. It's all on the bat of Punt. Australia just absolutely fighting with everything here. He tried to work to leg, did Shardul Thakur. He got a leading edge. The mid-wicket stood under it. Held safely. Nathan Lyon, good hands. But that's the 7th down at 3-2-5. The brave Shardul Thakur out for 2. Drama at the Gabba.
The next question to be answered, did they cross? Is Rishabh Pant on strike? The ball was in the air for a long time. $20 balls left in the series. Not sure we're going to need them.
Guys, could a series have been won from all out 36 in the first test? We're about to find out. You wouldn't have backed it in at that stage with Virat on a flight home. Suddenly on the bat of this guy, the series.
In answering your question, I think they did cross, Howie. Rishabh Pant will be on strike. The ball was in the air for a long time.
Saini, the new man to the crease. I think he'd be happy to just watch the show from up the other end. 2 deliveries to go in the over. Pant. Can he do it for his team and his country? It's way down the leg side. So Hazelwood trying to keep Rishabh Pant on strike.
Yeah, that was tactical, Howie. Hazelwood deliberately bowling that ball down the leg side, trying to keep Rishabh Pant on strike. He's got to do it for one more delivery. He wants to give Lyon, or will it be Pat Cummins back on from the other end, or would you bring Mitchell Stark?
Do you go short here? Do you risk Pant getting a top edge on the short ball to try and keep him on strike? Final ball, the over. Hazelwood is delayed. Pant assesses the field. It's full, it's down the ground, it'll be at least one. Saini, he's got an injury with the groin. It goes as far as the fence. India, incredible. Rishabh Pant is the star. India win the test. They win the series. And they win the hearts and minds of cricket fans all around the world. Test cricket's heart is beating hard, it's beating true. One of the most incredible sporting performances ever seen on Australian soil. They were down, they were out, and India have risen. And they have held on the Border Gavaskar Trophy in a truly epic test series.
Well, that is an unbelievable performance from Rishabh Pant. Come in, he's 89 not out, take his team to victory. They chased down 329 in the last innings here at the Gabba.
An amazing performance by a team that lost the first test after being bowled out for 36. Injuries dealing with quarantine. That man takes over as captain as the #1 cricketer in the world departs. Ajinkya Rahane and his team will be lauded for a long time on these shores. And when they get home, will there be a celebration?
You're right, Howie. After losing Virat Kohli after the first Test match, when he went home, being bowled out for 36, to come back at the MCG to win that Test match would have given them so much belief, but so many injuries along the way as well. Think of Mohammad Shami, Umesh Yadav, Bumrah missing the last Test match. We've seen new stars like Siraj bounce onto the scene. What a few Test matches he's had. Rishabh Pant didn't even play in the first Test match in Adelaide. He's come in and had an amazing impact with the bat.
97 in Sydney, 89 not out from 138 deliveries to win a Test match for your country.
He wanted to win in Sydney too. He plays one way, doesn't he? Fearless cricket. He is going to go down.
That's the word, Huss. Yeah, Ben Stokes did it to Australian Headingley, a fearless left-hander who hits across the line, and Rishabh Pant has done it here at the Gabba.
Chalk and cheese, but an effective partnership, those two. Pujara and Pant as the Australians, for the second time in a row, lose a home series to India. India's third best ever run chase in the history of this proud nation. And it's a lap of honour for this amazing touring team.
Well, these are experiences these young men will remember for the rest of their lives. And look at some of the young names in there. Rishabh Pant, Mohammad Siraj, Shubman Gill. What an impact he had on the series as well. Prithvi Shaw played a Test match early, but would have been part of this, the series and part of this squad, and would have learnt so much. Saini playing his first Test match. Shardul Thakur playing just his second Test match. He was injured in his first after just 10 balls. The amazing depth in this Indian cricket team is phenomenal.
Kerry, again, you've seen more cricket than all of us. What are you thinking about what you've just seen in these last 2 overs, let alone month and a half?
This is the most remarkable comeback I've seen. I'm 71 years of age. I've never seen a team get off the floor like this team has after Adelaide. And they've brought down and taken all the petrol out of Stark, Cummins and Hazelwood. 2 years ago they did that. They've done it again this year. Australia had nothing left in the end because of this man, Rishabh Pant. The softening up was done by Pujara. He was outstanding. But it was the hitting and the cleanliness of his stroke play of Rishabh Pant, this much doubted left-hander. Didn't start the series. Riddiman Saha was preferred. He only came in after the all-out 36. He could have won it in Sydney. He said, oh, I didn't win it there, but I'll win it at the Gabba. This guy deserves a lot of credit. He soaks up deliveries, but this is the champion of the day. This guy who can hit it to all parts of the ground, who's fearless against pace bowling, who hits spinners across the line over long on for 6. He's taken on the best 4 in world cricket, the best quartet of bowlers, and he's brought them down here at the Gabba. It's an extraordinary victory by this side.
I think some credit also needs to go to Rishabh Pant, Ajinkya Rahane, have created an environment where they've allowed their players to go out and be themselves, play their way. They haven't tried to change them. They've said to Pujara, you play your way. You don't have to be more attacking if you don't want to. I've said to Rishabh Pant, Washington Sundar, just be yourselves, play with freedom, back yourself. I've said to Bumrah, you don't have to change the way you bowl, you're the best in the world the way you are.
And this is a moment that will be forever remembered in Test cricket. Team India are up as one. No doubt their countrymen are up as well at the moment. And Rahane just stands in the back, watching it all happen around him. '89 not out from 138 deliveries, 9 fours and 1 6. And the courage and conviction to look for the win the whole time, Michael Hussey.
I can't get over that reaction from the skipper, Ajinkya Rahane. He hardly reacted at all. He just stood up. Everyone else was jumping around him, yelling and screaming, and he was just taking it all in.
Guys,
unbelievable performance from India.
Rahane, note to self, don't play poker against him.
Great scene, Shardul Thakur in his second test match screams onto the ground. The Aussies can't believe what they've witnessed. Prithvi Shaw's out there. Siraj in his maiden test series took his first fifer, led the attack that was decimated by injury. May Test cricket live and live and live, Kerry.
Oh, indeed. And this is at its finest. The theatre that was created late on the 5th day, you can't replicate it in any other form. And it's this guy. He's the headline. He summoned the moxie. He was doing it in Sydney before Vihari broke down. He said, I'll complete the task at the Gabba, and he's done it.
Shot of Nathan Lyon there on a knee. 399 test wickets he'll leave the Gabba with in his 100th test. Not the dream finish he was hoping for. A 3-wicket win to India. The trophy presentation still to come. The man of the match, the man of the series. He departs the Gabba. A hero does Rishabh Pant. Isha, you've seen a lot of cricket. You saw the incredible Ashes series. We've witnessed something very, very special here this afternoon in Brisbane.
One of the most captivating series you will ever see, Howie. One of the most compelling run chases you will ever witness. India have come to these shores and entertained with everything stacked against them. Rishabh Pant, you deserve that smile. Mohammad Siraj, you do too. A wonderful moment for Team India and the youngsters coming through. The first loss for Australia at the GABBA since 1988. Gilly and Warney alongside. This has got to hurt.
Oh, absolutely. It'll hurt for the Australians, but you've got to say well done to India. I've just been thinking there about some of the great test matches I've seen, played in, some of the great series. I think that's as good a test match win as I can remember. I can't remember a better test match win in recent times. As you say, Isha, all stacked against them. They deserved to win that, though, India. They were the best side in this whole series. They got bowled out for 36, and to come back and do what they've done after they've been depleted, their captain's gone home. There'll be plenty of questions from the Australians. There'll be plenty of fallout for Australia. But let's just take a moment to say well done, India. That was absolutely outstanding.
One of the best run chases you've ever seen?
Oh, yeah, reiterate everything Warney said there about this test, and but also one of the greatest series wins that I can think of. Backs to the wall, down in the dumps, they just never gave up. And, I mean, that picture there tells you exactly what India have done to Australian cricket on this particular occasion across these 4 magical test matches. Well done, India.
1988, 33 years. That man there, Ajinkya Rahane, what a job he's done. Out for 36, the captain goes home. Ajinkya Rahane, you take over the captaincy and try and rev the boys up to bounce back from bowled out for 36. He comes back and answers with 100 in Melbourne, win the test match. They then hang on for an unbelievable draw when the wind was on in Sydney for a remarkable victory, and then to do what they've done here in Brisbane. Unbelievable stuff. And Ravi Shastri, Ajinkya Rahane and all their men, they enjoy whatever they want to drink tonight, whether it be a water, whatever they want, enjoy it. Well done.
Well, that picture just told a story. Nathan Lyon, not the fairy tale finish he wanted at the end of this series, sitting on 399, not able to win the game for his side in his 100th test match. Disconsolate are the Australian quicks, and India, that's exactly right, a miracle victory, but they would have believed all the way through. 328 was the target, and they managed to get there. One of the most enthralling test matches and one of the most incredible test series. Time to head to the post-match presentation, the 4th and final test match of this Border Gavaskar Trophy. India have picked up the trophy, they've retained it, and the man of the moment, the player of the match, Rishabh Pant, congratulations to you, 89 not out.
Thank you so much.
It's been a tough couple of months for you. You missed the first test match, 97 at the SCG. You nearly won it there, but you do it here at the GABBA. What does this mean to you?
I think this is one of the biggest thing in life right now, and I'm happy that all the support staff from the team and all the fans over here supported me a lot, even though I was not playing in the starting matches. But it's been a dream series, I can say that after not playing the first test match, I've been practicing hard and everything pays off because we won the series.
3 for 167, 56 overs bowled. You came to the middle, and what was the plan? What was the thinking?
See, the team management always backs me and tell me that you are a match winner and you always have to go and win the match for the team. That's the only thing I keep on thinking every day, that I want to win matches for India, and I'm happy that I did it today.
And how was the pitch playing for you? You looked a lot more disciplined in terms of knowing which shots to play and when.
Yes, it was a 5th day pitch and the ball was turning a bit, and I thought I have to be disciplined with my shot selection. And if you won the match, everything pays off well. I think everything went so well for us, so I'm happy now.
Incredible stuff, Rishabh. Congratulations once again. You can go and celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
Much deserved. A phenomenal performance from the Indian wicketkeeper. Can now welcome up the player of the series. Well, he will be disappointed. Pat Cummins, 21 wickets, an average of 20. Pat, you left it all out there today. Just how difficult is this to take?
Yeah, it's good hard day of Test cricket today. I thought, Rishabh and the whole Indian side played fantastically. Really took the game on and deserved the win.
How was the pitch playing for you today in terms of being able to take those wickets?
I would have liked the Cracks to play a few more tricks than they did, but yeah, it was a pretty good wicket. I felt like if you bowled well, you're in the game. If you're a little bit off, it was pretty easy to, free-flowing runs, so pretty good wicket.
Well, this will be disappointing for you and your team. Your efforts have been phenomenal throughout this series. Are you pleased with the way you went about things?
Yeah, not too bad. There's always areas you look to at the end of a series. I thought today and in Sydney, the game was there to win on day 5 and just didn't take enough wickets. But overall, pretty happy.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Pat. Congratulations on the player of the series and well done on your efforts throughout. He kept coming at India right the way throughout this Test match and throughout this Test series. Now to Tim Paine, the losing captain. A roller coaster Test series, a roller coaster Test match, plenty of emotion. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, absolutely disappointed, no doubt about that. We come here to win the Test and win the series, and it's probably a little bit of a trend the whole series, to be honest. I think in the key moments, whether it was bat, ball, or in the field, we were found wanting and completely outplayed by a really disciplined, really tough Indian side who fully deserved this series win.
Will you look back in hindsight and think about how aggressive you were with the bat in your second innings, but also with the ball in India's first innings?
Oh, look, I think there's lots of things we can look back over the whole series and do better. There's no doubt about that. But look, what's done is done. We'll go through it, no doubt, as a group. But we've got to look forward now. We've got a big series coming up in South Africa. As I said, we've been outplayed by a better side in this series. But there's going to be some areas that we need to improve. There's no doubt about that.
What were the considerations for you when it came to yesterday? All eyes were on the declaration, but you hung out there. What was the key thing from your point of view in terms of how many runs you needed, how many overs you needed?
Well, I think we got about what we wanted in the end, to be honest. We wanted to set a bit over 300. We obviously had to dangle a bit of a carrot because we needed to win the Test match to win the series. And, last night, we might have had 20 overs at them in some favourable conditions had it not rained. But as I said, I thought, again, India turned up today. Their batting group put their bodies on the line. They wore balls in the head, arm, chest, and just kept soldiering on. So, again, full credit to them.
A couple of moments for you. Day 5 of a Test match. You're having to captain, you're having to rotate your bowlers, figure out who the wicket takers are going to be. How hard is it to do your job behind the stumps in that situation?
Oh, it's part of the job, isn't it? You've got to try and get it all right. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. But look, again, I just want to give credit to India. I thought our bowlers today, again, threw everything at them, tried their absolute hearts out. Unfortunately, things didn't go our way. But as I said, I think India have outplayed us for majority of the series and fully deserved to win the series.
Tim, all the best in the next series coming up. We believe it will be South Africa, but obviously there's still a lot to happen for that to go ahead. But well played to you and your team, and all the best with what comes next.
Thank you. Cheers.
Now time to welcome up the winning captain, Ajinkya Rahane. Ajinkya, you've been bruised, you've been battered, but what an unbelievable Test match, and you've shown incredible heart. What does this accomplishment mean to Team India and the people back home in India?
It really means a lot to us. I don't know how to describe this victory, but I'm really proud of all the boys. Shown character, attitude, especially after Adelaide Test match. We decided that we are going to fight really hard. We know Australia in Australia, they're a very dangerous team, and we just wanted to give our best, not to think about results. But yeah, as I said, that I don't know how to describe this victory. Really proud of each and every individual.
You came out with intent. Rishabh Pant spoke about wanting to play with intent. It seemed clear after the lunch interval that you wanted to go for the target. At what point was a run chase on for you today?
I think when I went in bat, conversation between me and Pujara was, I mean, Puji to bat normal, but I wanted to play with an intent, and if we get close to the total, then we know Rishabh and Mayank can actually get the total for us. But I think it was all about intent after lunch. But credit to Pujara, the way he batted on this wicket. He was struggling initially, but the way he handled that pressure was magnificent. But again, Rishabh, Washington Sundar was really good in the end.
You've used 20 players across the whole of this Test series, just 5 Test matches between the bowlers in this one. Was that the most pleasing thing for you in this Test? The fact that you took 20 wickets, but they also contributed with the bat?
Absolutely. I mean, taking 20 wickets was the key. That's what we actually opted for 5 bowlers. We knew that if we want to win the Test match and Test series, I think 5 bowlers will be the key. Washington Sundar brought that balance instead of Jadeja. Unfortunate that Jadeja got injured in last Test match. So Washington Sundar got that balance for us. But intention was clear to play five bowlers, and all credit to them. I mean, Siraj played 2 Test matches, Saini won, Shardul Thakur won, Washington was his debut Test match. So I think the way they handled the pressure and expressed themselves was really good.
And what about that turnaround after Adelaide? 36 all out, you score 100 in the Boxing Day Test match, and it feels like a significant turnaround. Did that just give the team belief to take on this Australia side?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, after Adelaide Test match, we didn't discuss about anything, about what happened in Adelaide. We just wanted to play our game and play with good attitude, show good character on the field. And as I said, we were not thinking about the result. We just wanted to express ourselves as a team. And I think it was all about team effort. If you see, each and every individual contributed during this from Melbourne Test match, and that was the key movement for us. And I'm really happy for that.
Ajinkya, congratulations once again. You can go and fetch the trophy. 2-1 in this series. You've won it fair and square with some wonderful performances. We thank you and to the rest of Team India for your efforts on this tour, not just on the field, but off it as well.
Thank you. And also I would like to thank our fans who actually came here and supported us. It really means a lot. And from Indian teams, we just want to give Nathan Lyon a signed jersey for his 100th Test match. So, Nathan.
A wonderful gesture to the 13th Australian 100 Test matches. He'll go off to his team and will collect the trophy at some stage. But a phenomenal effort. A wonderful moment. Here he comes now, much deserved. They came here to win India, and that they did. A stunning moment for all of the team. Incredible when you look at everyone that was involved in this Test series and what it means to them.
Oh, absolutely. He almost looks too humble to pick up that trophy, doesn't he, Ajinkya Rahane? But well may they celebrate. I thought Mark Howard called it beautifully when Rishabh Pant hit the winning runs. He said they have captured the hearts and minds of cricket fans across the world. And indeed, imagine the celebrations in India. But it's been truly remarkable to witness this and to see the way they've just continually fought and stuck together, and the belief that they now have. Who knows what this group can do, if they're at full strength or got their second or third 11 going. But the growth of this cricket group is going to be wonderful to follow over the next few years.
I can't remember too many teams that have come to Australia and beat them twice. They beat them last time here in Australia. They came here, knocked over for 36. I can't emphasise that enough. To then come back and win 2-0 after going down after losing in Adelaide. You've just got to say to every single one of that team members, Ravi Shastri for holding them all together and giving them belief to get the best out of the squad. These guys just can't believe it. There hasn't been much said about young Gill. Yeah. He started at the top of the day. He was first off. He was Rishabh Pant today with some of the shots. He was some of the missed highlights. But in between some half chances, some chances missed, there was some unbelievable batting from Rishabh Pant and the rest of the Indians. But this Pant innings, well, I think everyone, we looked in Sydney when he made 97, you think, geez, it wouldn't be nice for him to get 100. to bounce back in these conditions and play some of the shots he did was just fantastic to watch. It's great for Test cricket that we all love. There's been so much about the great T20 stuff and everything, but to have Test cricket go down to the last few overs in a 4 Test match series was just awesome.
How much do you think T20 cricket influences these fourth innings now?
It influences stroke selection, but it's just belief of what's possible to be achieved.
That's got to feel good. The Indian team celebrating hard because they've been through a lot. They've toiled hard and they've picked up the unlikeliest of wins. India win by 3 wickets. They win the series 2-1. They retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. The Macca's match summary. 369 Australia posted in their first innings, having won the toss. India brought it back, that 123-run partnership between Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar to get them up to that score. Australia responding with 294. Tim Paine felt they had enough, but it wasn't to be. A phenomenal chase for the tourists. Spoken about India. What about Australia?
Yeah, well, Tim Paine said, didn't he, that they're going to have to look at a few things. They're going to have to take a fair bit of a strong assessment on what's happened. There's areas that will come under the microscope, and one of those areas may well be his situation with all that he's trying to take on as captain, keeper, batsman. But, yeah, there's going to be a lot of introspection, and it probably starts immediately.
Yeah, I think there'll be a huge fallout for this. There's not too many times that you lose to the second or third side, really, India. It's not taking anything away from those Indian guys that play, but their first selection side, there's probably only 2 or 3 players in that side that would play. So Australia have been beaten 2-1 by India's B side, and their tactics will come into question. It has to. I mean, bowlers will come into question. People spotting the team will come into question. It has to. I mean, you just can't deflect it and flick it off and say India were too good for us. Yes, they were, but Australia had so many chances in this series to bury and crush India, but they couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. So there'll be a big fallout from this.
It's a scary-looking B-side, just quietly.
It is great. But what depth, though, for India? Yeah. How great is the depth?
Yeah. Incredible when you think that Virat Kohli will be coming back. And the bowlers, not even their first string.
What do they have? 4
lineup.
Test matches between them? Unbelievable.
But they've dared to dream over here in Australia, and they deserve everything that they get. Team India, absolutely fantastic. So Australia, we're feeling the heat up at the Gabba. It's now time to cross over to the Marvel. For the first time this season, it's the Scorchers against the Heat.